Today, we bring you the inspiring story of a young boy whose resilience and perseverance turned a life of hardship into a tale of triumph. And if you enjoy stories that touch the heart and inspire the soul, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more. In the dusty heart of Limpopo, where the land is painted with red earth and the sky stretches endlessly, lived a 17-year-old boy named Thabo. His story is not just of survival, but of triumph against all odds.
Every morning, while the world was still wrapped in dawn's quiet, Thabo would begin his long walk to school. With no shoes to protect his feet, he braved the jagged rocks and biting cold. His feet bore the marks of his journey, cracked heels, blistered toes, and skin as tough as the earth he walked on.
The other children would rush past him, their laughter like the wind, but Thabo walked with purpose, his eyes fixed on the horizon. But at school, the world was no kinder. His classmates, with their shiny shoes and packed lunches, saw Thabo as an outsider. They whispered, they laughed, and sometimes they didn't bother hiding it. "Hey, barefoot boy," they would shout, their words sharp as stones. His uniform, worn and patched, made him a target. His empty lunchbox, a symbol of his reality. As lessons began, Thabo's mind would wander to the chores awaiting him at home. His parents were traditional and believed a child's duty was to contribute to the household, not chase distant dreams. His mother worked tirelessly as a street vendor, selling vegetables under the scorching sun, her hands rough from handling produce, her face etched with lines of exhaustion. Each afternoon, while his classmates ran home to play, Thabo's path led to hard labor. At home, the harshness continued. His father, a man hardened by life, believed that only work could lead to survival. When the school bell rang, Thabo's real day began. He fetched water, chopped wood, and tended goats. His mother, despite her own struggles, often echoed his father's sentiments. "Books won't fill our bellies," she would say, snatching them away as if they were poison. When the chores were done and darkness settled over their small shack, Thabo found solace in the only quiet place he knew, the old outhouse. With a single candle, he would sit on the cold floor, his knees pulled to his chest, and read. The toilet, a place most avoided, became his classroom, the candle his guiding light. But one stormy night his father found him there. The rain hammered on the tin roof, and Thabo's father stood in the doorway, a dark silhouette. "So this is where you hide," his voice thundered. With a swift motion, he snatched the candle away, plunging Thabo into darkness. But even then, even with nothing but the night around him, Thabo whispered his lessons, each word a spark in the void. At school, the bullying only grew worse. The older boys pushed him into the mud, his papers scattering like leaves in the wind. "You think you're better than us, barefoot boy?" they sneered. But Thabo's spirit was unbreakable. He gathered each paper, his hands muddy, but his resolve as clear as ever. Not everyone was blind to Thabo's potential. His teacher, Mrs. Molefe, saw the brilliance behind his tired eyes. She began staying after school, offering him extra lessons, a warm meal, and the kind of encouragement that lit a fire in his heart. To Thabo, she was more than a teacher. She was a beacon of hope. But with every step forward, there were steps back. His parents began to notice his time away. His father grew stricter, assigning more chores, keeping Thabo's hands too busy to hold a book. When Thabo brought home an award for academic excellence, his parents saw only the time he had taken away from his duties. The thin paper certificate, a symbol of his achievement, was torn and tossed into the fire. Years passed, and Tabo's grit bore fruit. His exam results were nothing short of remarkable, earning him a scholarship to a prestigious university. On his graduation day, as he stood on the stage, his cap and gown a stark contrast to the boy who once walked barefoot, his parents sat in the front row. His father's hands, once rough with labor, clapped together with pride. His mother's eyes, once weary, now glistened with tears. Tabo's journey from a boy studying by candlelight in a crumbling outhouse to a scholar is a testament to the power of perseverance. His story reminds us that sometimes the strongest light shines from the darkest places. If you were inspired by Tabo's story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tales of courage and resilience. Until next time, keep the flame of hope burning.